Welcome to this short film telling the story so far of the Tameside Listens exercise. My name's Joe McCrea and I'm the Head of Engagement for Tameside Listens. Firstly, a few words explaining what is Tameside Listens. Tameside Listens is the biggest listening exercise in Tameside Hospital's Trust's history. It was announced on the 1st of August 2013 as part of the Trust's response to the Kia review. It's a 6-month listening exercise using the widest possible range of channels, tools and processes so that Tameside Hospital can learn from and listen to stakeholders, local people, local patients and their family and its staff. Tameside Listens is seeking feedback and ideas from all of these groups on 8 major themes, and these are listed here. For each of these themes, Tameside Listens asks a fairly simple but fundamental question. What do you think of them? What are your comments on them? And how can we improve? So, what have we done so far as part of the Listens exercise? Well, first of all, we've mapped our stakeholder landscape. We've launched some initial listening channels, and you might well have engaged in some of these already. And we've also begun building our knowledge and analysis tool so we can capture everything that everybody says, understand it and learn from it. In mapping our stakeholder landscape, we have looked across 5 perspectives and identified 53 groups across those perspectives, and here they are. They range from staff and professions across to patients, family and the local community, bodies providing executive and oversight, local media, local commentators and local politicians. Patients, families and staff, importantly, are at the heart of the Tameside Listens exercise. The first listening channel we've established is our Twitter feed, Tameside Listens. We're using this to engage with a whole range of Twitter followers and supporters across our local area. For example, we've engaged with Healthwatch Tameside, who've been very strong supporters of Tameside Listens, and we're engaging with them and their own followers. We're also starting to receive tweets from individual patients with giving their own ideas and their own contributions. And we're using our Twitter feed to log those, to respond to people who tweet to us and make sure that those comments are included within the information and knowledge captured as part of the exercise. It's early days for Tameside Listens and our Twitter feed, but already we know we've reached over 700 accounts and we're looking for this to build and grow as the exercise develops. We've also launched a new Facebook page, facebook.com/Tameside Listens, and here people can join us, like us, and in doing so, their own followers on Facebook will see updates from the Tameside Listens project. We're primarily using the Facebook page to provide updates and stories about how the project is developing. For example, here Tameside Radio reporting about the hospital starts listening, or showing people how they can download a response form and give their own views and ideas into the exercise. People who like our page can also provide comments and advice and suggestions on that page as well. We've also launched a new YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tameside Listens, and in fact you might actually be watching this film on the YouTube channel itself. Over the course of the exercise, we will be updating this YouTube channel with lots of films and insights and reports from across the exercise. Our initial films on here were our message from Karen James, our Interim Chief Executive, pledging that everybody who takes part in Tameside Listens will be listening to, and also from our Chair, Paul Conlon, asking local people and the local community to help us to make the changes that we all wish to see. We've had 170 YouTube views so far and up until the end of August, but again, we want to be looking for these to be growing and improving as the project develops. You can also subscribe to our films via a podcast, which is available either on our Podbean podcast channel or available on iTunes. If you subscribe to either of these podcasts, the films that appear on Tameside Listens will automatically download to your device. We're not forgetting more traditional and established ways of communicating with us. For example, we also have a dedicated email address, tamesidelistenens@tgh.nhs.uk, and a dedicated phone line. Anybody can contact us either by email or phone at either of these places. We've sent out 17,000 letters. That's to each of our Foundation Trust members, asking them for their own ideas about how Tameside Hospital can improve. And we also have a hospital response form that is available at various locations around the hospital, or which can be downloaded from the Tameside website. Any of these channels can be used to give us your views and tell us what you think. It's very important to listen, but it's also very important to understand what's being said. So we've begun building our knowledge and analysis tool so that we can capture and understand and analyse all the responses we get from people across all of the different channels. We've also taken a look internally. We've mapped and we're beginning to integrate 47 separate processes that the hospital currently undertakes and is developing to engage with people and listen. This includes patient choice, patient opinion, staff stories, board walkabouts, carer stories, the friends and family test, and it includes the new listening channels that we're putting in place. For example, our Facebook page and YouTube channels and Twitter feeds that you've already seen. All the responses will be analysed across themes and hospital areas so that we can really understand what everybody is saying to us and the implications for the way in which we do things and the way in which we provide excellent and compassionate care for local people and their families. This film was being produced at the end of August, a few weeks after we've started. So what is the story so far? Well, just in the first few weeks, we've already received over 300 responses to Tameside Listens. And those responses contain concerns, suggestions and praise, so we know that local people really value what we're doing, as well as wanting to provide their own ideas about how we can improve our care. But we're not content just to stay there. So what's next? What other ways are we developing in which you can tell us what you want to see happen, what you think about our services and what you think about our care? Well, firstly, we're going to be producing a smartphone app and also an online survey so that people can use their own mobile devices to tell us what they want. We are going to complete the mapping of our listening processes, and so we can absolutely understand and refine how we deliver excellent service. And also we'll be developing a timetable and then carrying out listening events and activities and exercises across the entire local community. Of course, you can keep up to date with the latest developments and find out how you can get involved over the coming weeks by engaging with any of the listening channels and engagement channels that we've shown in this film. So that is the story so far for Tameside Listens. If you have any inquiries or questions or wish to find out more, please do get in touch via our email. We very much look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.